All right. So we will get started. Alan and Jay, thanks for joining this webinar. My name is Gavin, and I'm going to be hosting this webinar tonight. How are you guys doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Thank you so much. So let me give you a kind of overview, like what this webinar is going to be. This is a master event planning webinar. So in this webinar, you'll get a lot of expert tips about how to successfully organize your event, and and take your event to next level. So I'll be touching base on that in this today's session. So the agenda of the session is like, let me introduce first. My name is Gavin, and I'm heading the customer success team at Yapsody. And with me, I have Clint D'Souza, who is the customer success executive. Hi, Clint.
Hi, Gavin. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining in today.
Yeah. So in this today's session, we have Clint with me. So we both will be doing this session. So the session, how it is going to be started is there are two sections in this session. The first important session is how to master your event planning skill, which will be conducted from my side. And then later on, I'll put it to Clint, and Clint will take you through the Yapsody product demo, giving you an insight about how technology plays an important role in managing the entire event lifecycle. And then we will have a quick Q&A session, and then we will show you some offerings for Yapsody, about what Yapsody can offer you as a new presenter. So mastering event planning. So mastering event planning is very, very essential, like when you run any event, no matter like what kind of event you are running. You may be running a hotel conference event, maybe a museum, fairs and festival, maybe a social gathering, maybe like a religious event. You have to make sure that the event is more impactful, right? The event need to be more impactful. So therefore, mastering the event planning is very essential, and in this session I'm going to touch base all the important stages which as an event planner you should make a note of, and you should practice in your event. So there are five stages which you will find in any event management life cycle phase. The number one phase is planning your event for success. Okay, so you have to make sure that your event is properly planned, and then you need to strategize how to promote your event. So promoting your event is one of the important part once you plan your event. And once you promote your event, the third stage is very, very essential: managing ticketing and registration. So you have to manage the ticket sales and the registration part. So that is the third stage. And then fourth stage is on-site management, check and scanning. So on the day of the event, like how you're going to manage the check-ins of your audience, how you're going to manage the sales part, all those things are all those things comes under the stage 4. And then stage 5 is like once the event is completely conducted, you need to run post event reporting and analytics. So that is stage 5. So this 5 stage is very, very essential as an event planner. You have to make sure that you follow all the good practices of this 5 stage, which I am going to cover in this session today. So before like jumping on to the session, I would really appreciate if you can share like what kind of event you're organizing. You can put it on the chat, or maybe like you can just speak out.
No, this is Ellen. I am the
Yeah.
executive director of our local symphony orchestra. We're a
Mm-hmm.
university community orchestra, so we have 6 performances every year, and then plus we're
Mm-hmm.
working on a new fundraising event.
Wow, that's great. Thanks for sharing. Really appreciate that. So you can see like these are the 5 stages, like which you might have encountered in your event journey. So let me, I think people are joining. I'll just yeah, someone joined, so I just had to invite them in. Okay, so these are the 5 important stages. So let me jump into the first stage first. So the first stage is like planning event for success. So whenever you plan any event for success, you know, under that, the first important aspect is setting clear event goals and objectives. So let's say like like whatever event you're organizing a fairs and festival event or any event, the objective of the event need to be very clear. Like why you're organizing that event, what is like, with the help of that event, is it going to like increase the brand image? Are you going to boost the sale? you know like, are you going to reach a large target audience? Like what is the objective? The objective need to be clear. If your objective is clear, you can organize a successful event. So that is one of the important thing. So you can start by identifying the purpose of the event. Like what is my purpose of the event? For example, like my event is like I want to organize a religious festival. So your objective might be to encourage community participation and ensure smooth execution of the event happens, so that you can pass on your communication to all the committee member effectively. So in that way, like you will be able to achieve your event objective. So let's say like if you're running a fairs and festival, so the objective might be like you want to create a memorable experience for your attendee, or maybe like you want to increase the sales for your business. So maybe like you want to bring in new business for your vendors, or maybe like for your employees. So you want to increase the sale, that could be one of the objective. So setting clear goals and objective is one of the important things. So always you have to set the clear objective. So once the objective is set, you know that okay, this is what my event is going to be, and this is what the objective is. Then you have to create a clear budget planning. So you'll have to create a comprehensive budget so that you don't get any surprises. So you'll have to calculate the venue cost, marketing expenses. If you are conducting a business conference, then you will need to figure out the speaker expenses. If you are conducting some events like casino or concert events, then you will have to figure out the expenses of the performer, right? All those expenses need to be calculated. And one of the most important thing is technology expenses as well. So to manage the entire event, you will need a technology, so that you can it can take care of all the sales and reporting part. So that also need to be taken care. So that is the second important part. And plus timeline and creation. So for an example, like if you are having an event in the month of January, then creating a timeline of 3 months is essential, in which you can record like what all activities you're going to do in this 3 month, and give a start date and end date to that, so that you can follow that date properly and execute all the tasks, so that your event is completed. Like for an example, if you're organizing a fair and festival event, so probably like you need to contract with the artist, right? So you need to create a clear timeline, like what is the timeline in which you will be doing the contracts, and what is the timeline in which you will be running the campaigns. So all those things need to be created properly, and if you create them properly, the chances of your event achieving a high success is possible. Okay. So setting clear goals and objectives, then deciding the budget and clearing a setting a clear timeline is important. So these two parts are done. So once the budget planning is done and timeline creation is completed, you have to immediately focus on vendor coordination with vendor and performers. So that is one of the most important part. So you will have to make sure that you have a proper coordination with the performer with whom you have done a contract, or maybe like you're ordering foods or something for your event. You will have to connect with your catering partners, all the vendors who are equally important to make your event successful. You have to have a proper communication with them. In fact, you should have a proper backup plan. Let's say for example, you are having a concert and someone is performing in a concert. Let's say if he doesn't come up due to some reason, you need to have a backup plan, right? So that backup plan you have to create by coordinating with them on an ongoing basis, because that is one of the important area. Like if there is a breakdown happens there, it directly impacts the success of your event. Got it, guys? So coordination with vendor and performer is one of the most important part. So you need to take care of that. And then Under planning an event for success, selecting event management software is also very important. So you have created the event plan, you have done the budgeting, you have coordinated with the vendor and partner. Now you need to choose a right platform so that you can organize everything. So you need to have an event ticketing software in which you can automate your ticket sales, you can see your attendee management, you can figure out like how your box office sales are going, how your online sales are going. You can figure out the entire journey in the event management software. So that is very very essential. So let's say like if you have not selected a proper event management software, and there is some drawback in that event management software that can directly have an impact on your planning of event. So that is very very crucial part. So this is the first phase, planning event for success. Any question you guys have on planning event for success?
None
Any
here.
que- you can ask, like planning event for success. You might have experienced lot of challenges, in planning event for success stage. So I have added like all the examples as much as possible. So once you plan the event for success, guys, then is the second stage. The second stage is strategies to promote your event. So you have done your planning, like I'm going to do this X event, but promoting the event is very important. So one of the most important part of promoting the event is leveraging social media platform like Facebook and Instagram. So you can use Facebook or Instagram, and you can create post of the events which you are creating, and you can publish it so that people can buy tickets on Facebook and Instagram. You can even run Facebook ad, Instagram ad to sell tickets online, because you will be able to target specific set of demographics using Facebook and Instagram to boost your visibility, and that will increase your ticket sales. So if you're not doing that, leverage it, because I've seen like ticket sales going up by running Facebook ad and Instagram ad, and in fact like putting a post as well, generic post about your event. So that is one way. Second way is partnering with influencer or local businesses. So that is the second way of doing it. So you can partner with the local influencer, because influencer, they have their loyal fan base, and they can endorse your product, and they can endorse your event, and your ticket sale can go up. You can even partner with local businesses, so that local businesses can promote your event. So that is the second thing. And the third thing is running email campaign. So running email campaign is very important. Like for an example, if you have an event taking place in the month of January, you can craft a beautiful email campaign addressing like why one should attend that event. And then you can write down that you are going to give an early bird discount to those people, and run a campaign so that you can get more sales out of it. So running email campaign is very important. You can plan out your campaign, series of campaigns, so that you can increase your ticket sales. And in fact, event campaigns are also run where you want to remind people that they have booked the tickets. So there are two kind of campaign. One is promotional campaign and one is reminder campaign. You can run both of them so that you can increase your ticket sales. So that is very important. So under strategies, you have to leverage social media platform like Facebook and Instagram. You have to partner with influencers like influencers and local businesses. Then you have to run a email campaign. So these are the three important strategies. So once you pass the strategy, the third stage is managing ticket sales and registration. Okay, so managing ticket sales and registration is one of the most important part. It can make or break your event success. So if you have a smooth registration process, your customers are going to be happy, and it is going to less stress you. So let me explain you some best practices, how you can manage ticket registration and sales, and how you can use different ticket types and pricing strategies. So under the managing ticket and registration part, the number one important thing is offering the multiple ticket type. So you have to figure out like what are the various types of ticket types I can create. Let's take an example. Let's say like you're organizing a fair and festival event. So probably you can create multiple ticket types starting from gold, platinum, elite, diamond. Okay, gold will have the lower price, let's say like $20. Platinum might have like $30, elite might have $50, and diamond might have $100. So each tier will have specific benefits. For example, diamond might have access to lounge area, gold might have access to limited area. So based on the priority of your ticket type, you can add the pricing. Okay, so that is very important. So if you're creating an event, create multiple ticket types. So that is one important thing. So create various ticket types so that your audiences can like, for example, if you only create one ticket type, there will be audiences who want ticket at a lower price, so they will not be able to buy the ticket. So that is essential. You create all kind of ticket types. So that is number one thing. Number second thing is setting up early bird pricing and discount. So in order to increase your ticket sales, you can give early bird discounts like 10% discount, 20% discount. Like if you buy tickets before 20 days or before 30, like immediately within 20 days of publishing this event, you get a discount of 10% or something. You can come up with your own discount strategy based on your financial planning and give discounts to your ticket buyers. But that is very important to increase your ticket sales, and that will increase your revenue immediately. And then the essential part is managing attendee information. So let's say like you have created multiple ticket types, you have offered discount, people have started buying the tickets. Now you need to know like who has bought the ticket. So attendee information plays a very important role. For an example, let's say for elite ticket, you have asked the question that do you want like a veg food or a non-veg food, and they have answered it. So to see the answer, you need an attendee information database, right? That comes with a ticketing software. So the ticketing software will give you the attendee information, and based on the attendee information, you can plan out your meal options for your attendees. That was just an example. Whatever information you want to collect from the attendee, you should be able to collect, and you should be able to see all those information in an attendee attendee management report. So that is the third part, and the fourth part is reporting and insight. So reporting and insight is a very very essential part, because like you would be interested to know, like, let's say I have put 20,000 tickets on sale. How many tickets are sold? What type of tickets are sold more, and what type of ticket are sold less, right? Like what is my sales rate, like out of 100% or 20%, what is the percentage? You need to know those numbers so that you can refine your marketing strategies and increase your sale. So reporting and insight is very important, and that comes with a ticketing management software. So like I said, managing ticketing and registration is one of the important aspect, and that is directly aligned with ticket management software. Any question you guys have so far, you can ask me. Like we have covered the planning phase, we have covered the phase where how to promote the event, then now right now we have covered managing ticketing and registration part. All right guys, so since we don't have questions, we'll move on. So right now I'm at the fourth stage. So once you complete the managing ticket registration and ticketing and registration part, you go to the on-site management and check-in and scanning part. So there are two important things. On the day of the event, you will need a mobile app to scan the tickets. So whatever like tickets you sell to the customer, those tickets should have QR code, and you should have an app, and a device to scan the ticket. So nowadays, like if you organize any event, there are so many ticketing software available which will generate QR code on the ticket. And as a presenter or an event organizer, you can scan the ticket on the day of the event. So this is very important so that you can scan the ticket fast and people can people can enjoy the event because they are able to join the event much faster. So mobile app scanning is very important. You need to make sure that you select the correct partner, ticketing partner, whose scanning apps are much efficient. So that is very very essential. Take care of that, because the faster you're able to scan, the entry time can be reduced. So mobile app scan is essential. And then manage walk-in and last minute registration. So this is one of the most and the key important part which many of the time people miss. So if you're organizing larger events like fair and festival, 15 to 20% of the registration will be done on the site itself. Like 15-20% sales will be done on the site. So you need to have people deployed on the site with a proper POS system so that they can sell tickets on the site itself, and also they should be able to scan the ticket. So if you have not taken care of such things, if you're organizing a large event, you have to keep a eye on that, and you need to plan that out properly. So managing walk-in and last minute registration is also very essential. So under on-site and management, these are the two important things which you have to keep in mind on the day of the event. Then finally, I would like to talk about post-event reporting and analytics. So once the event is completed, the job doesn't end there. Like you might be interested to see like what you want to analyze the ticket sales and demographic. Like what is the overall ticket I sold? Let's say for an example, I have put 20,000 tickets on sale. So what is the overall ticket sold? Let's say 50% of the tickets sold. So what is the ticket sold of per tier? You need to figure that out so that you can you know plan out your marketing strategy in the upcoming events. So after post event reporting, you have to analyze those reports, and plus you can send emails to your attendee to capture the feedback from the attendee. Like you would like to know like what went well in the event, what didn't go well in the event. You would be interested to know those details, right? So you need to capture those feedbacks by sending surveys. And plus you can use the data to optimize future event planning and promotion. So once you have the complete data, let's say like you got a data and the data says that the fastest selling tier ticket was like gold ticket. So you know that that is the fastest selling ticket. So in the upcoming event, probably you can increase the price so that you can make more money out of it. So you can take data driven decision with the help of the data, and for that you need a ticketing system which can give you like reports related to your sales. It can give you data related to your demographic under attendee management report. It can give you data related to your quick stat insights, where you need to know like what is the ticket sale happened on each day. So all those data is possible with the help of ticketing software. So in order to make sure that you achieve this five stage, you need to have a proper ticketing system in place. So we have covered all the important aspect. Like I'll go back to the slide here. So I was a presenter. Like if I am a presenter, I am an event organizer. I am thinking, hey, how should I start my event planning? So these are the five important things. So we have covered all the five important things. You have to plan your events, you have to strategize and promote your event, you have to manage the ticketing and registration part, you have to make sure that on-site management like scanning and sales check-in are done efficiently well. You need to make sure that after the event you have a report to analyze the data and take data driven decision to boost your sale in the upcoming event. So with this I complete my first session, and if you guys have any question you can ask me, so that I can address it, so that we can make it much more engaging. Hi Eileen, hi Jay, hi Wayne.
Hi,
Hi
can you hear me?
everyone. Yeah, I can
Hi,
hear you, Ken.
hi, yeah, it's Wayne from Executive Leaders Network. Yeah, I'd like to find out a little bit more about the targeted email campaigns and how that works. I know other platforms have like what they call MailChimp integration, but how does your email marketing actually work through the platform itself?
Hmm. Yeah, we will touch base that. So basically, like we are having our own email campaign tool inside the tool in Yapsody. So we will like show you in the demo today, like how that is done. And also like we have integration with Mailchimp as well.
Yeah, is there any sort of limits and things like that? I mentioned in the chat just now about,
Yeah,
if I had 1,000 people attend last year, can I invite them through the platform? What I'm struggling with at the moment is if I'm trying to invite my 1,000 people from last year, challenges getting into the mailbox, challenges with going into their spam folders when we email them from our side. What
yeah,
are you seeing when if we did it through your platform? Are we doing
yeah.
it through your platform from us through our servers, or is it through your servers, which might be better deliverability, for example?
Definitely. Clint, I have Clint with me, who is from the customer success team. So he will take this query and he will address it for you.
Yeah.
Hi, Clint. Yeah, please go
Hi.
ahead, Clint.
Hi, Gavin. Yeah. So, Wayne, yes, I actually wanted to touch base with you regarding a query. So, with the email campaigns, we do have an integration with MailChimp, which is an existing integration. Many of the presenters who already had a MailChimp account were using email campaigns through MailChimp. Apart from MailChimp, we also have an email campaign feature through our platform, which is in the beta version. So majority of the presenters who are not having a MailChimp account use this email campaign. You can send out invitations, reminders, and also, as you were mentioning about the spam rate, the bounce rate, we have certain restrictions in place to ensure that you do not exceed any of those kind of rates where the email is being delivered to your junk or spam folder. And we have an article as well which gives more information about this feature. So definitely you can go ahead, as you mentioned, like if you had like 1,000 contacts in the past, and if you want to go ahead and send out a reminder or an invitation, for example, in case if they have already booked tickets using our platform at Yapsody, it's very easy and convenient for you. You can just select the past event. All the contacts will be uploaded automatically. You can go ahead and target those users. As you mentioned, you want to target specific clients. In case if they have booked tickets for your events through another platform, probably, in that case, you need to manually enter in the email addresses, and you can specifically target those clients using our email campaign feature at Yapsody.
Yeah, thank you for that. Is that manually inputting 1,000 email addresses, or can it just be imported via a file or something?
Yes, we have an option to import a file, but that is through exactly that is done through our. Um, we have another tool actually, which is called as email campaigns for Yapsody. The Yapsody campaigns. That is where you'll be able to do adding in the contacts, importing contacts. That's actually a paid feature. But for the one which is just in the beta version, which is already on your account when you sign up, for that you need to manually enter in the email addresses in case they haven't done a booking through Yapsody.
Okay, no, that's good to know. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Uh,
Hello? Hello, guys.
yes, we can hear you.
You're
Yeah.
back now.
So I think like we have touch base like the entire journey. about how you can plan out a successful event. So there are 5 stages, and to achieve all those 5 journeys successfully, you need a technology, right? Event management software is very important. So right now we are going to showcase you how Yapsody is going to fulfill all the needs and the requirement. We have all the risk ticketing features, so we'll quickly show you a glance of Yapsody. So I'll just put it to Clint.
Right. So, thank you again for the warm introduction, Gavin, and for sharing an insight about all the key essentials required for managing various aspects of an event. So, I just wanted to extend a very warm welcome to everyone in attendance today. And I'll be speaking about Yapsody, our features, and what makes us stand out from our competitors. So, what exactly is Yapsody? If we can just head to the slide, we can head to the next slide. Yes. So it's a user-friendly and versatile ticketing platform designed for all types of events, which provides a seamless experience from ticket creation to your post-event analytics. So to give you more insight, we can head on to the next slide. So Yapsody is not new to the ticketing industry. We've been providing our services over the past 25 years and have amassed more than 50,000 event presenters who are using our platform. And these presenters have published more than 133K events with about 9.2 million ticket sales. So this is a significant number that shows you our system is well equipped to provide ticketing services to a wide range of presenters. So we'll move on to the next slide. I wanted to show you how Yapsody now is unique and better than our competitors. So we see there are a few benefits listed out in the slide. Speaking of ease of use and customization, over the years, we've been taking in feedback and insights from our users and have implemented a simplified interface, not only for event presenters like yourself to configure and host your events, but also for your customers to easily navigate through the booking process. So, with that being in mind, we offer you the option to also customize your overall look and feel of your events that is being displayed at your online store. This also helps you to add your own branding, your social media links to personalize it further, and it lets your users recognize your organization, thus driving in more engagement. Our next benefit that we see is affordable pricing. So, our pricing compared to many of the major ticketing competitors in the market is we offer very low pricing, the cost compared to many providers, as you can see. While many ticketing providers have numerous underlying charges for use of multiple features that they offer, we at Yapsody, we pride ourselves on providing you a service with most of the features without any additional cost attached to it. So another benefit that you see is about money that is being added to your payment gateway. Yapsody does not hold any of the funds, so we give you the flexibility to choose your own preferred payment gateway, where the funds from your ticket sales are deposited directly into that merchant account. And while many of the competitors hold on to those funds and lock it in until the event ends, we at Yapsody, as I mentioned, we do not hold any of the funds. So you can actually utilize that amount in real time, which is needed for your events. And moving on to our next two features, the benefits that we have at Yapsody is our customer support and the customer success. So we offer you a chat and an email support that is available 24/7 through our support team, which is available to not only assist you during your event setup, they also help address the queries that your customers might be having while booking tickets at your online store. And lastly, as a part of our customer success offerings, we offer you a complete onboarding service to help you set up your event through our platform to ensure that you have a seamless experience with us. So this concludes a brief insight about Yapsody. I'd just like to now bring up my screen to give you a brief overview of how our system interface looks like once you sign up to our platform. All right. So I believe everyone can see my screen right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, once you sign up to Yapsody, this is how your box office interface would look like. You, as an event presenter, will be able to go ahead and create events. So as we see right now on my screen, I've already gone ahead and set up an event. This is just a test event on my test account. As a new presenter, once you log in, you'll get the option of creating an event, the button at the top. We support two types of event categories, one being a general admission, which is on a first come, first served basis, and the second being a reserve seating, where you can go ahead and allocate seats. You can choose any of the categories and set up an event. And let's say, for example, you've already created an event, and in future, you're going to be going ahead to set up the same event. You wouldn't have to go to the hassle of recreating the entire event altogether. We have an option that is called as copy existing, which you see here. So any events that I've created in the past, I'll be able to select that and just go ahead and copy it over. And you can make minor changes like the performance date and time. Mhm. So for example, the event that I've created right now on my box office account, it's a general admission event. So to go ahead and create it, I'll just click on the edit option to give you an idea how you can create this on Yapsody. There are numerous tabs that you see at the top. We'll get to them, but just to create the event that you're going to be signing up for hosting your event, we first have the option of event title, where you can add in the name of the event. Then we have a field of a description. You can add in any kind of text, any kind of images or video links. All that will be listed out here in the event description field, which will be published at your online store that is visible to your ticket buyers. At On the right hand side, we have an option for an event image, which will also be prominently displayed at your online store. And then we have a few options such as the event category, the location, and the number of tickets that you're going to be selling. That is the total capacity for the event. And we have an option that is presenter email as well. So essentially, we have a button listed at your online store which says contact presenter. In case your customers would like to reach out to you with any kind of concerns that they have, which is not listed out at the event, let's say it could be an example for exchanging tickets, for refunds, or any other kind of information. If they would like to reach out to you, they can just send you a message. That message would go ahead to the email address that you have listed out here in your account. You can either choose to display it or you can choose to hide the email, and your customers will accordingly be able to message you. We save and proceed. And our next page that we immediately get is for setting up the performance date and time. So the date and the time when the event is taking place. You can choose the date and the time as well, and the start date and the end date. So for example, if you're running a 3-day event, you can just go ahead and just pick the dates. For example, November 1st, and I can pick the date as November 3rd as a 3-day event. You can choose the end time as well. And then we have a few more settings for adding the door open time, when exactly you're going to have the doors open for the event. If your event is taking place at 2 p.m., if you would like the doors to be open an hour earlier, you can just go ahead and configure that. Similarly, with the scan settings, when you would like the scanning for the event to take place, and how soon you would like the event sales to start. We have an option of immediately, if at a specific date and time, or if it's to be announced, you can just add in a custom message and publish the event. Your customers will get an understanding when the event is supposed to go live. We head on to our next tab. You have the option with Yapsody. We give you the option and the flexibility to go ahead and pass on the Yapsody fee. So this means, like, if you have created a ticket type, let's say the ticket type is $10, and if you're passing on the Yapsody fee, the customer will also be paying the Yapsody fee along with the ticket cost at the checkout page. In case you click on the no option, they'll simply just be paying the ticket cost that you have set up for the event. So to add a pricing, I've gone ahead and I've created a couple of ticket types already for this test event, and I've named it accordingly. You can see there are different ticket types that are priced accordingly. So for example, if I'll just edit this ticket type, This would be the name of the ticket type, the description, what this ticket type entitles, and you can add the price. Also, if you would like to add a limit to it, for example, for this particular early bird pass ticket type, I would just like to sell only 15 of this particular ticket type. You can add a limit quantity as well. Furthermore, settings, as you see, any kinds of discounts, surcharges, taxes, anything in excess that you would like to add over and above the ticket cost can be added to the event. So a new feature that we have launched on the account after a lot of feedback we received from one of our presenters about this much requested feature, we have added in the feature of add-ons. So anything that you would like to sell apart from your ticket. So let's say it was a general ticket type, and apart from that, if you're looking to sell any kind of merchandise, let's say it could be t-shirts, it could be snacks. Some of our presenters have even created ticket types or add-ons specifically even for parking spots as well. So that is something, again, that can be done using our system for add-ons. And I'll also be showing you how this looks like for the customer on the online store interface. So just to give you a quick idea of now accepting the payments, once you set up your event, we'll head on to the settings tab. So to collect funds from the ticket sales, as Yapsody does not hold on to any of the funds, you need to set up a payment gateway account. So we head on to accept payments. And to give you flexibility of the payment gateways, we support a variety of payment gateway options. So for example, on the account over here, we see there are a few options available. I've just gone ahead and configured Stripe as this is my test account. But from the drop down, you'll get to see there are various other payment gateways such as Authorize.net, Sage, Braintree, Meritus, Plug and Pay, Square, Shift4, and Gravity Emerge Pay. These are a couple of the payment gateways that we support for collecting funds from the ticket sales, including PayPal as well. So with this, you'll be able to provide your customers the flexibility of either paying through card, and they can also pay through PayPal as well in case they have a PayPal account. Moving on, we have our users and permissions tab. So in case you would like to add multiple users onto the account and assign different kinds of permissions to them, for example, you would like to add a user such as an usher who's helping you out at the event, and you would like to give them only the permissions for scanning tickets. You do not wish to give them access for making changes to your event. You can go ahead and assign specific permissions to them. So if I click on add user, and you'll see under permission type by default, we have already added a couple of permissions such as admin, marketing management, box office cashier, ushers, accounting management. You can also select the option of other if it does not match any of the permissions. And on the permissions tab, you'll be able to pick and choose what kind of permissions you would like the user to have. Similarly, for event access as well, if you want to give them access to only a particular event or all events, again, you'll be able to pick and choose what kind of permissions that you can share with the user. So once we've added the users to the account, I wanted to now bring you to the booking flow, which is how the interface will look like for the ticket buyers and how you'll be able to proceed tickets for the event. So I'll just bring up my screen once again. All right. So here is my online store. Essentially, once you sign up to Yapsody, you'll be getting a subdomain link. And what we were just seeing was the box office interface. Right now, this is the online store interface. This is something that your ticket buyers who are purchasing tickets for your event will be able to look. And as you can see, I've gone ahead and configured like my social media links. In case you're accepting donations, you can set up a donation button as well. And this was the contact presenter button I was referring to earlier. In case your buyers would like to reach out to you, they simply click on it, they choose the event, and they can enter in their name and email and send a message to you. And we also have a feature which is FAQ, frequently asked questions. This allows you to go ahead and add information about your event. You can add further information, for example, what is the refund policy? How do they connect with you? Any other kind of questions, you can share this information out at your online store. So this is how the event looks like. The customer will go ahead and click on more info. They'll get to see the event name, where the event is taking place at the location that you've added. Any kind of images, description, or videos or links that you've added will all be shown out here on the main page. And in, you'll also get to see a map. You can choose to enable or disable the map at your online store. So as a customer, they'll click on Get Tickets. So these are the ticket types that I've created on my account, and I've added information as to what each ticket would entitle. So you can go ahead and click and select the quantity from the drop down. Let's say I've added two different types of tickets, and I can see on the right hand side, since I'm passing on the Yapsody fee, it shows up as a surcharge. This along with the ticket cost, 124 plus the surcharge. This is the total price. So I'll save it to my cart. And immediately, this is the option for add-ons. So as I mentioned, you can add different kinds of add-ons. For example, for this account, I've just gone ahead and configured snacks as an add-on. And there can be variations in the add-on as well. So I've created variations such as popcorn and nachos, for example. The customer can go ahead and choose if they would like to add an add-on, or they can simply skip it and they'll head on to the next page. But just for the booking purpose, I'll just go back to continue shopping to add an add-on. We'll just select another ticket type and we'll choose one. So this is the checkout page essentially. The customer will go ahead and enter in their email address that they'll use for making a booking. So I'll just enter in my email. You can add further questions for your purchaser questionnaire in case you would like to have more information about the buyer. And finally, we'll click on the final checkbox where you can list out your presenter's terms and conditions. They'll click on it. That means that they have to accept these terms and conditions. Only then they would be able to proceed ahead. So on my checkout, I can see I've added an add-on, and this is the total amount that I'd be paying for the order. And as you can see, I've configured PayPal and I've also configured Stripe. So it's giving me the option of either paying through credit card or either paying through PayPal as well, whichever is convenient for the buyer. So just for testing purposes, I'll go ahead and proceed with the booking. We are now come to the secure web page through Stripe, where we will be able to enter in our card details. So this is a test account. That is why I'm just entering a test card. You can choose the country. We'll update a few details. I'll click on the pay button. And as you can see that the payment is now successful. Immediately the next page after the booking is done, this is what the ticket buyer will be getting to see, that the tickets have been emailed to my email address that I've used to make the booking. And in case they would like to make a donation, in case you have set up a donation button, they can make a donation as well. Then they are presented with two more options, that is print my tickets and print a receipt. So I'll just be showing you how the ticket will look like shortly as well. Furthermore, they can go ahead and add the events to the calendar. So we support the options of Google, Apple, and Outlook calendar so that they don't miss out on the event. They can go ahead and add the event to their calendar as well. And they can further share this event through social media to gain more traction for the event. So now that we have made a successful booking, I'll just go ahead and show you how the ticket confirmation looks like that is sent to the buyer. Just allow me a moment. Okay. So as you can see, this is the confirmation email I've just received. It gives me the transaction number at the top. This is my booking. All the details that I've purchased, all the information is listed out here, including the add-on that I purchased as well. And these are some steps just in case that the buyer is not able to locate the tickets through their email. They're unable to gain access to the email address. By default, we have created like a customer account for them where they can just log in and retrieve their tickets. They'll also be able to add the tickets through the Apple Wallet. We give them an option to do that as well out here. And in this confirmation email, you'll also see any kind of terms and conditions that I've added onto the event will be listed out here. And just at the bottom, we see there's an option which in a PDF format is the e-ticket that is sent to the customer. So this is the booking that I've made. This is how it looks like with the information listed out here, with a QR code that is listed on it, which is generated automatically by the system. If I scroll below, I'll see the next tickets that I've added, the second ticket. This would be the third ticket that I added in the cart. And finally, the add-on, as it says here, add-ons. This was the add-on that I'd purchased as well. Each of these tickets, e-tickets, have a unique QR code on it, which can be scanned. Okay. So once the booking has been done, and we've seen the confirmation email sent to the buyer. One thing that you as an event presenter would like to see is the confirmation of the booking through your own box office account. So where do we find this? We have this option available through our reporting section. We just head into our box office account. We'll select the event. And at the bottom, you'll see there's an option called as attendee list. If I click on it, so I can see all the information available. I'll be able to also go ahead and customize the date, the transaction date and time that I'm looking for. And we have furthermore filter options available right here in case I would like to filter it either through age, gender, tickets purchased, or any other kind of questions that I've added through my purchaser questionnaire. I'll be able to just select that, click on apply, and once again generate the report. Only that data will be showing up, and you furthermore have an option to print out the report. As you can see, the details that have been captured here was the email, the date and time of the booking, the purchaser name, the billing address, and also we get to see the transaction number, the type of ticket that they purchased, the delivery method, and the amount that they paid. So if you would like to download this data, we have options such as PDF, CSV, Excel format. You can also email this to any one of your users that is listed on the account or to yourself as well. And you can also schedule a report for as well to get an idea of the bookings that is done. This is just specific for your attendee list report. We have multiple other reports available in the system, such as global, quick stats, and inventory sales report, all giving you a detailed breakdown of bookings done, including a scan count report as well. And finally, I just wanted to just show you a brief example, a very quick example of a live online store, which is being used by our presenter currently. This is one of our live presenters that has published events at the online store. Here is an example of a live online store, which is Sikwan Casino, which is one of our clients using our platform. As you can see, they've added a header image and they've added their personal links. including an FAQ section. We can see the list of events that they have created and published out here. Similarly, as we can see that this all the events are listed out in this list view. So for example, we also have another event presenter using our platform that has created events, and they've published it out in a card view format. So here is an example of another live online store. This is another presenter using our platform. They've added a header image and they've added a donation button as well. You can see that the events are now in a card view. So all these events are again listed out in a card view as well. So these are the different formats that you can again go ahead and publish your events. So this was just to give you a brief understanding of some of the major essential features that you need to configure through your box office account, and also to give you an insight on how it looks like to your buyers. So that's what we did. We went through the booking process as well, also to get an understanding of what are the confirmations that is going to the ticket buyer. So with that, I quickly wrap up on this quick session on Yapsody, on its features and how it looks like as an event presenter for you and your ticket buyers.
Thank you so much, Clint, for doing this demo in detail and giving them a glance about the Yapsody product. I hope you got an understanding about the Yapsody system, guys. So, do you have any questions? Like you can just ask so that Clint can address it for you. By the way, like, are you guys using any other ticketing software so far?
Eventbrite.
Okay, you're using Eventbrite. All right. Yeah. So, any other platform like guys you are using? Because like the pricing which we are offering is like very competitive compared to Eventbrite, and we have all the rich features. And like you said, Eventbrite is like like in our case, like we help you to pass on the fees to the customers, so the ticketing fee is completely zero for you because you can get that fees from the customer. But Eventbrite, what they do is like they keep those ticketing fee with themselves, which is passed to the customers. So in our case, like you can pass on that fees to the customers. That is the biggest advantage of using Rhapsody. And you will very easily get like around 40-50% reduction in your price compared to Eventbrite.
Yeah, I think one of the big things for me is as
Yeah.
I mentioned, is the email marketing and being able to.
Hmm.
Um, we've tried numerous platforms. Some, they go to the email tools go to spam and they don't work very well.
Hmm.
And others a little bit better. But the key part for me, the pricing is obviously a benefit, but the email tools side of it is probably our most important element for us.
Okay.
So I'd like to get into that, not on this call today, but I'd like to get that into
Yeah.
that in
Yeah.
detail
Yeah. So
with
what
you
you
guys.
can do is, yeah, what you can do is like I'm just pinging you guys the link right now. So if you want, you can schedule a personalized demo with Clint, and Clint will give you all the detailed information. And
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, so you can see like the kind of features we have. Like there are a lot of people who are using our system, and the advantage right now is like we are giving you a 10% discount on the invoice. So basically, like let's say like if you generate around $1,000 as a Yapsody fees, you will get a 10% discount. You just need to pay $900. Just an example. So you get a 10% discount. So if you sign up with Yapsody, so I'm locking the fees for you guys, three of you. Like if you're interested, then you can just let me know. Jay, like, hi Jay.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, which software are you using? Ticketing software? Like, are you any plans of changing it?
Um, I'm just starting to put on events, so I haven't
Okay.
actually used one yet.
Okay. So what kind of events like you plan to put?
We're going to be doing film finance, like
Uh-huh.
panel events, and
Okay.
also pitches to investors, pitch events to investors.
All right. So yeah. So when is the event you're planning? Like, and what is the capacity?
Um, it's hard to say. We'd like to
Okay.
get something start the first one within the next couple of months,
Mhm.
and I'd say anywhere from 10 to 30 attendees.
Okay. Not a problem. Like our event software caters all kind of attendee. Even if you organize a less number of attendee event or you are organizing a large event, we cater all of them. So yeah. So whenever like you want, you can just sign up with us, and if you want to set up your event, you can just set up your event, and you can even chat with us. If you want a demo, you can click on the link which I have shared, and you can set up a demo with us.
Okay, thank you.
Hopefully you guys found the session much more effective, and all these tips and tricks you can execute in your event planning going forward. Thank you, Van, and thanks everyone for Jay for joining this session today. Have
Yeah.
a great day ahead.
Yeah. Thank you for joining,
Thanks.
Okay,
everyone. Have a
Thanks.
great day.
thank you. Have a
Bye.
good day.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye bye now.